Hello and welcome. Why we should all care about the Karen Read case. That's what I want to talk about. And even though it is titled Massachusetts versus Karen Read, it is not Massachusetts versus Karen Read. It is Karen Read standing with you, Karen Read standing with me, Karen Read standing with all of us. And it is all of us versus Massachusetts. It is all of us versus the system that is trying to burn her like this is a witch trial. And we all know the witch trials that took place in Massachusetts just a few hundred years ago. We all know the notorious reputation Massachusetts has for how people were treated, both men and women, during the 1600s. How even rumors could get someone burned alive, or hung, or worse. And it is tragic that in the year 2024, Massachusetts is not a whole lot different. Because here we are again. Someone being framed. Someone being accused of something they didn't do. And the state of Massachusetts not doing enough for them. The state of Massachusetts choosing to side with suspicious individuals involved rather than with the experts who were hired by the department that oversees every single police department in the U.S. The state of Massachusetts lets this happen. And it's business as usual. They don't really care about Karen Read. They don't do anything for John O'Keefe. They don't do anything for Karen Read. And that is why the FBI and the DOJ get involved. That is why the FBI and the DOJ hire members from ARCA to conduct an independent investigation as to the cause of Officer John O'Keefe's death. The state of Massachusetts didn't do that. The state of Massachusetts did not care. This is yet another witch hunt. But thankfully, we know that the feds know that Karen Read did not do this. The FBI and the DOJ know that Karen Read did not do this, but the state of Massachusetts wants to press on. The state of Massachusetts wants to push on and lock Karen Read up anyway. This is why we should all care about the Karen Read case. This is why it is all of us versus Massachusetts. It is all of us versus the system that is trying to burn her alive. If we don't show these crooked representatives of law enforcement, if we do not show these crooked, corrupt members like Judge Bev, Adam Lally, Michael Morrissey, the judicial system, if we do not show them that they will be held accountable, then they will continue to do this. And things like this will continue to happen everywhere else in the world too. Karen Read is not the first witch. But if we continue to rail against that corruption, we can help reduce things like this happening. We can help minimize the possibility of the next witch hunt. It is enough that we are born into this system of law and we don't have a choice but to follow it. It is enough that we are born and from the day we take our first breath, we have to follow the rules that this system has in place. And when we follow those rules and we contribute to that system, whether we want to or not, through taxes and employment, whether we want to or not, we contribute to it. And then it turns against us. We had better show that system that it may be in power. It may have established the system of power, but it does not rule over us. It's not whatever the system says goes. It's not Judge Beverly Cannoni making up her own rules in order to declare a mistrial, and so it goes. It's we hold them accountable when they go against the rules they force us to follow. We hold them accountable when they violate the very rules that if we violated, we would be in a lot more trouble. They force these rules on us and we follow them and we behave and we do what we're supposed to do. And then they turn on us when it suits them. And we need to show them that that can't happen. We need to show them that when they do these things, when they abuse their power, we fight back. And there will always be more of us than there are of them. We shouldn't be afraid of government. Government should be afraid of us. We are told to do the right thing every day through the very laws this system enforces upon all of us. So when the system doesn't do the right thing, we need to hold the system accountable. The system holds us accountable. We must hold it accountable too. So please care about the Karen Read case. Please care about the us with Karen Read versus the system. Because Karen Read is not the first witch and she will not be the last witch. She is not the first victim. And she will not be the last. Thank you for watching.